Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of NHL 23 news/rumors video. And today I'm going to talk about the technical test and my thoughts on it so far with the gameplay and the overall update to the game that we expected to see with NHL 23. So now this is not going to be a huge leap forward for NHL 23 from NHL 22. In my opinions, from the couple of days that I've played it, I played drop-in, I played one's eliminator, I pretty much almost played every single game mode except for clubs. But out of those couple of days, or out of those days that I played, now granted I only played for 1 to 2 hours a day with the technical test. So basically we're going to start off with the new abilities/boosts. So I don't know 100% these are brand new. They could be just renamed from NHL 22, but I believe they are new to NHL 23. So there's one called Strong Edges, which adds 2 agility to your player. So that's one of the boosts that I've noticed that is new. I went through all of them. That one looked the newest out of all of them, I guess, but I don't know if there's any other new ones. If there are, please put them in the comment section down below if I did miss any. So next, we're going to talk about the superstar abilities. I noticed there's 2 different superstar abilities in NHL 23 tech tests, and that is the Crease Crasher and the Total Eclipse. So the Crease Crasher has the advanced ability of controlling pucks off of rebounds and increases shot accuracy on rebounds. When you do get the rebounds, it increases your shot accuracy when you do get that. And then the Total Eclipse is advanced skill of screening the goalie, obstructing their view. With this ability, and you're screening the goalie's vision or the goalie's react time is reduced. So those are going to be pretty big for, I would say, centermen. If you are a center or a winger, having those 2 abilities or having just one of those abilities is going to be pretty damn huge in 3s or even 6-on-6 when it comes down to clubs. But you guys can build out your pro the way you want it and all that stuff. I personally go for more of a speed and wrist shot accuracy type of player, but that's just me. Anyways, and with the clubs part and with the ice projections, they have kind of like the video things they have in the NHL now. With the NHL teams, they do like the video ice projection, which is actually pretty cool, and it's actually in NHL 23 now. I haven't got a chance to unlock it or see any other things with it, but it looks pretty sick. And what I have noticed too is the crowd glow stick color. So the crowd can have glow sticks now. So you could turn your EASHL club into a rave party when it comes down to it in the beginning of the game, which is actually pretty cool. Or when you score a goal or anything like that. I don't know how it 100% works, but probably when you score a goal and all that stuff in the very beginning too when the game starts. So now let's get on to my thoughts of NHL 23 tech test. It is pretty much the exact same game from NHL 22. The exact same. It's just NHL 23 is a life quality update to NHL 22. Now let me explain that a little bit. There are the new abilities, the late reactions, or the last chance shot things where when you're falling on the ice you can shoot it and pass it and stuff like that. Great ability, great addition to the game. It works very well, actually. The one thing that is not in the tech test, I believe, is the Zegras goal, because I haven't seen the actual ability that's actually equipped that you can actually have in that in NHL 23. I believe it's not in the tech test. I looked everywhere in the tech test and couldn't see the ability. But it just makes it a little bit easier to throw over the puck over the net, everything like that. But You could still do the Michigan in NHL 23. So if you guys learned that in NHL 22, you guys could do that in NHL 23. And like getting knocked off the puck, like when you get nudged off the puck in NHL 22, the puck goes flying away from you. That does not happen in NHL 23. It does happen on occasion, but you guys also remember this is a tech test, so some stuff may not be working, some stuff may be working. It really depends. But getting knocked off the puck and actually having it in front of you is actually working in NHL 23. The way they actually showed it in the gameplay trailer, when you do get knocked off the puck, it actually works pretty well. The puck really kind of stays with you and everything like that. So everything they showed you in the gameplay trailer for this is in the tech test, except for the Zegras goal, I believe. Or the Zegras ability to help you actually get that goal. But overall, the game feels exactly like NHL 22, but with updates to the actual quality of the game in itself. So the problems that we had with NHL 22 getting knocked off the puck and the puck getting flying in front of you, every single poke check turns into a trip, stuff like that is kind of fixed. It is fixed in NHL 23. No, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to tell you guys like, oh my god, this is amazing. It looks amazing. It plays way better than NHL 22. I'm not going to do that. I'm not other YouTubers. They're getting paid by EA. I'm not getting paid by EA at all. If I was still getting paid by EA, I'll tell you guys exactly the truth and what my opinions are, no matter what EA gives me or EA tells me. But yeah, so I'm going to give my real thoughts on NHL 23 technical test. It's the exact same as NHL 22. There's no need to sugarcoat it. There's no need to really go into it. It's just the exact same. So if you really enjoyed NHL 22, you're going to really enjoy this game because the quality life improvements to the game, especially online, is a huge, huge thing. And with the quality improvements with NHL 23, there's also some downsides to NHL 23, in my opinion. One, the glitch goals are still there. They're even more prominent now. It's a lot easier to score in NHL 23. I believe in a couple games that I've played, I literally shot it from anywhere, and I put up a Danger class, 160 pounds, 5'10 or 5'11, whatever the shortest height is. Literally the shortest player and the lightest player of all. And I literally shot it from anywhere on the ice, and the puck went in. And the players that I matched up with would drop in. We did do the cross crease goal where we pass it across and it instantly goes in. The goalie saved it about 85% of the time. So they kind of fixed the cross crease goal glitch. The one thing that I wish to get rid of in NHL 23 is the 1T ability. I think that ability overall is too overpowered. Like in NHL 22, if you get open or slightly open with that ability, the puck's going in no matter what. But with NHL 23, haven't really seen people use it because when I was playing it, no one really got up to that level yet. But probably now people are already up to that level because people have been playing it 24/7, which is ridiculous. But they treat it like it's the game. They treat it like it's the actual game itself, which is kind of ridiculous. But anyways, we won't get into that. But anyways, yeah. So it's NHL 22.5, I would say. Now we do say that every single year with every single NHL game, but I really think this is NHL 22.5, which kind of sucks. I wish they made it a little bit harder to score, in my opinion. One thing that I wish the NHL games did have, especially online, make it a lot harder to score. Like, don't let the people complain on Twitter and all that stuff. It's like, it's too hard to score. Like, I don't like this. It's too hard to score. Get better at the game. That's all it is. Get better at the game. That's all I'm trying to say. It's no way to sugarcoat it. Like, just get better at the game. If you're finding it hard to score in a hockey game, then the hockey game shouldn't be 13-2 or 14-2 or 14-0. It shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't play. That's not a hockey game. Hockey game scores are usually around like 4-2, 3-1, like just average scores. Why can't we have that online in NHL 23? Like, just make it a lot harder to score. Just make it basically impossible to score. I think a lot of people will have a lot more fun with it when it comes down to it, to make it a lot harder to score. I think that's the only problem I have with the NHL games online, because some games are too easy to score. Some games are really hard to score. It's a really mixed bag, and you can kind of tell it was EA tilt, and in that point. And I know a lot of people complain about EA tilt, and EA came out and said it's not there. It doesn't exist. It does exist. We all know it exists. Even EA knows it exists, and they put it in the game like, oh, is that a glitch goal, bud? Like that, they call out and stuff like that. So, but or they like that. Is there ice tilt on that one or something like that or something? But I just wish they made the ability to make the game a little bit harder to score, especially online with clubs, and having the clubs being in the playoffs and having the exact same playoffs as NHL 22, which I dislike. I like the old playoffs where you only had 2 chances to win the playoffs, and everyone had a chance to actually win the playoffs. They're going back, or they're using the same as they did with NHL 22, where it's basically impossible to win the playoffs, because some of these teams or some of these clubs have members in the clubs that play 24/7. So they have players in different time zones and in different countries that play 24/7 to get the 130, 140 wins and 2 losses and stuff like that. You guys see it on the leaderboards with NHL 22. It's basically ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I wish they go back to the old playoff format where you only had 2 chances and that was it. Then you moved on. You're done with the playoffs if you lose those two games. You're done, which I quite liked. So if you guys don't remember this, the way the old playoffs worked is if you lost a game, let's say, I think you only had to play 5 games. You only had to win 5 games in a row to win the playoffs and to win the award or whatever it was. If you lost one of those games, you had to start all the way back from the beginning. And you only had 2 chances to do that. That made it a lot more fun and more competitive to play the playoffs, and a little bit more exciting to play the playoffs than it is now, especially with NHL 22. And it's probably going to be the same in NHL 23. With the playoffs now, every time the playoffs come around, me and my friends literally stop playing the game for 2 weeks until the playoffs are over, because we don't want to play the playoffs anymore. Like, we don't want to play it. We don't want to play it at all. We just play it, like, when we do play it, we just, like, we don't give a crap about it. We really don't care, because we know we're not going to win the playoffs and stuff like that. So we just give up, and we're like, we're not doing it. So, like, it makes us not want to play the game. And I feel like that's the same for a lot of people with the current playoff situation with NHL 22 and NHL 23 probably. But we're staring off the fact of the technical test. But anyways, so my overall thoughts on NHL 23 technical test. Gameplay overall definitely improved. There is less tripping calls. There is less the puck going away from you when you do get nudged, and stuff like that, which is great. So I'd like to see more of that and a little bit more improvements. Obviously, there's still some stuff they need to fix with this game. I'm definitely going to give my feedback, and if you guys are part of the technical tests, I highly recommend you guys give your feedback on them and tell them the problems you guys think will help, or give them ideas that I think that will help the NHL 23 in the future when it does fully come out in October. But anyways, my name is Justin, or Prez. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Yeah, I said I got this, I'm in it. I'm hella filthy, so I got this, I'm winning. I'm not a quitter, so I'm not fucking quitting. Just try to stop me and you'll drop dead missing. I'm on my way to the top now, listen. I ain't never gonna stop, too driven. I ain't never getting lost, got vision. I'ma make this shit hot, ignition. Yeah, don't give me facts, not